We are live from Crusaders headquarters. I am King Nico, and if you are watching this, you are the resistance. So welcome to tonight's show. Whoever is here, I really appreciate you being here, and I appreciate it if you could like the live and share it out. It's going to be amazing. So here on the screen, we have the image, the thumbnail, Charlie Kirk, Rapture 923. And you're probably wondering and asking yourself, what does Charlie Kirk have to do with the biblical event, the prophetic event that's said to take place on September 23rd? So the shooting of Charlie Kirk happened at 12:23 p.m. Hope you're all following and can see this. Do I have to make it bigger? So September 23rd. So when it was 12:23 p.m., which was the time that Charlie Kirk was assassinated in Utah, right? It was 9:23 p.m. in Jerusalem the same day. So there's a 9-hour difference. So 9 hours time difference from Utah to Jerusalem. So from 12:23 p.m. gives us the time of said incident took place at exactly 9:23 p.m., which is 9/23 September 23rd. So is that just a crazy coincidence? So Charles James Kirk, this is his birth name, equals 1614. September 23rd written out equals 1614. In the same cipher, the Sumerian cipher, but reverse and forward. So forwards, September 23rd is 1614, and in the same cipher, but reversed, Charles James Kirk equals September 23rd. So from 9/11, 2001, this is a date I use in all my decodes for these rituals, and it reveals the timeline and the plan. So from 9/11, 2001 to September 23rd, 2025 is exactly 1,254 weeks and 0 days. So an exact 1254. Everyone is referring to September 23rd as the rapture date. Great Tribulation equals 1254 in the standard English cipher, right? So take that in. So when using the Sumerian cipher, Great Tribulation equals 1152. In reverse of the Sumerian cipher, Charlie Kirk, which is how the world refers to him as, Charlie Kirk equals 1152, which is Great Tribulation and is also 1254 in reference of the 1254 weeks from September 11th, 2001 to September 23rd. And then September 23rd, Charles James Kirk and ancient artificial intelligence all equals 1614. And all I have said that anything that's going to take place that is promoted on Twitter and TikTok and wherever you're seeing it, September 23rd, if it's being promoted as a biblical prophetic date that no one should know, so the fact that it's all over TikTok and YouTube is ridiculous, which means it is a fake staged event by the beast system to replicate prophecy, to deceive the masses, and mainly the Christians. So I told you that if anything were to happen, such as a fake alien invasion, any event, it's going to be done by the artificial intelligence, which is not new. It is an ancient artificial intelligence, fallen angel intelligence. That's why it equals Charles James Kirk and September 23rd. Look at this. So remember, we were talking about the 3 incidents in the neck that took place from George Floyd, and we had Irina Zarutska had a neck incident, and then Charles James Kirk. I just found out that Charles James Kirk's birthday is October 14th. October 14th is also the date of birth of George Floyd. So now we got 2 out of 3 neck incidents that share the same birthday, and they're 20 years apart. So we remember the famous brick wall picture of George Floyd, and now we get the new image of the wife of Charles Kirk, also with the brick wall background. Just a big-headed MTF Baphomet. So the fact that they share the exact same birthday, October 14th, is absolutely alarming. Also, I asked ChatGPT, I said, show me all people, famous people of importance that were assassinated that had 3 initial letter names and with the last initial ending in K. So it said, got it. Here's the list of famous people known by 3 initials ending with K who were assassinated. Look at this. We have JFK, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States. Now we have RFK, Robert Francis Kennedy, US Senator and brother of JFK. So both Kennedy brothers were assassinated. Then we have MLK, Martin Luther King Jr., a civil rights leader. So now we have the 3. So it says these 3 are the main historically famous assassinations that match your 3 initials with K at the end request. So Charles James Kirk is now added to that list with the 3 initials with K being the last that were assassinated and had some form of importance, and all of them had something to do with politics. CJK. So I just found this on the Cypher's YouTube channel. Cypher's a good friend, was on one of the lives the other day, and I had to stop and screenshot this one slide that I saw on Cyphers.news. So thank you for sharing this. And now I was kind of boggled, so I'm going to go through it now. So this is more 666 numerology regarding Charlie Kirk. And September 11th, a very pivotal point in the rituals, whether it was the starting point, but it was one of the biggest points next to the fake moon landing. So this also has gematria decodes tied in with Star Trek. So I never had time to look into this, but thankfully someone did. So thank you, Cypher's News. So we're going to quickly get into this. So we're looking at tweets from Charlie Kirk. So I shared this one tweet, and we found out it was 11 years, 11 weeks, or 11 days. So did I just get shot by an AR-15? Feels like it, right? So we got 666 weeks from September 11th. Oh, wow. Okay. This is incredible. So he posted this tweet about him mysteriously getting shot by an AR-15 on June 22nd, 2014. That was exactly 666 weeks after September 11th, 2001. Absolutely insane. Okay, give me a second. Need to get a drink. I'm parched right now. I've done a lot of talking. I can't believe that. Wow. Okay. I've done so much, and then from that tweet to another date, 2014. So yeah, and then his incident that took place was 11 years, 11 weeks, I believe. So there are 11, and I can't believe it was 666 weeks after September 11th. This is wild. Wild. You cannot refute that this is a ritual. I have people arguing with me that this guy was a true Christian and was going to expose the cabal. Like, this is ridiculous. I've never, okay, apart from Astroworld or whatever else, we're seeing more 666s in any ritual that we've seen of late. And I'm surprised because I never even knew who he was. So why is he so significant when people like me didn't even know, but it seems the rest of the world did? So there's a 666 there. So this famous tweet, was posted exactly 666 weeks after September 11th. So now we get into Star Trek. So Star Trek Generations. So not the first ever Star Trek. It's the Star Trek where Captain James Kirk dies. So that release date was November 18th, 1994. An episode of Star Trek Generations where James Kirk dies. Or is that a movie? I'm not too sure. So November 18th, 1994. Wow. So from November 18th, oh, it says it right here. Star Trek Generations was released in the United States on November 18th, 1994. So it was a film, and it had merchandising tie-ins, including toys, books, games, and a website, a first for a major motion picture. Oh, and now we get another. Oh my God, don't do this. Look at this. Okay, I never even knew. I don't do Twitter, but this person has gone through Charlie Kirk's Twitter and found his tweets. So on December 19th, 2012, at 2:31 a.m., Charlie Kirk tweeted, "I love Star Trek." November 18th, 1994, when that film was released, to when Charlie Kirk tweeted, "I love Star Trek," was exactly 6,606 days for another 666. Unbelievable. And now we get the Feast of Trumpets. So from December 19th, 2012 to this September 23rd is 666 weeks. So let's stop that there for a second, because remember, I just did this decode and I've been pointing out the James Kirk and all the connections. Mind is completely blown. Wow. That's insane. So yeah. So from that tweet, December 19th, 2012, to this September 23rd is 666 weeks. I cannot believe this. You guys have to share this out. We are filling in this disgusting satanic ritual, the puzzle, It's coming clear, and there's more 666s. Let's see what we got now. So exactly, so there's just September 23rd, which is the date that is tied into a whole bunch of things that people are promoting on TikTok and YouTube, which is ridiculous. So there is nothing biblical about a date that is being promoted on social media, right? Because not even the angels in heaven know the day. Unfreaking believable. What else did I have? Star Trek, yep, I've looked into it. The JFK, sorry. Okay, so New York Post, just to make sure we got confirmation. So arrangements for Charlie Kirk's funeral announced, and Trump has promised to attend. Oh, this is disgusting. Just, wow, it's so clearly fake. So Washington, the funeral for conservative activist, right? Like civil activist MLK. This CJK now is scheduled for September 21st at State Farm Stadium, home of the Arizona Cardinals. And President Trump has already promised to attend. So it has been confirmed by New York Post. So September 21st. More breaking news, which we already broke immediately when I told you the storyline. I told you the ritual. I told you from before we knew who James Kirk was. Just go watch the Irina Zarutska, and I show you the transpocalypse gematria. So breaking, Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson was living with his transgender partner per Fox News, a male transitioning to female. Of course. Yeah, so we already broke that. New York Post broke it sometime today too at 4:23 p.m. They said Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin, Tyler Robinson, was living with a transgender partner who was in the process of transitioning from male to female, a law enforcement source confirmed to the Post. So how did it take up until 4:23 p.m. today for the whole world to figure that out when we already figured this out 2 days ago? I had the decodes, right? We said he was a homosexual because his name is tied directly into the gematria of homosexuality. Incredible stuff. There's the channel. We surpassed 666 videos, and we're now at 11.4K subscribers. So thank you to all the new subscribers. We're doing God's work here. Okay, let me get back to the slides now. We just had to confirm some dates and some gematria from this slide, and it's incredible. So this slide was, I knew I had to pause it and save it. So I know it says September 24th there, but we confirmed September 23rd. So exactly 666 weeks after Charlie Kirk tweeted, "I love Star Trek," is going to be September 23rd. And he tweeted that exactly 6,606 days after that Star Trek movie where Captain James Kirk dies was released. Are you seeing the connections? And then again, so from 9/11 to when he tweets about, did I just get shot? Was exactly 666 weeks. So Baphomet, for sure. There's too many 666s to not be an invert. Not that we needed to see that many triple sixes to know that what we're looking at is a female to male. So the funeral has been confirmed September 21st. So the New York Post said that Charlie Kirk is scheduled for September 21st at the State Farm Stadium. 10/14/1993. That is the month, the day, and the year of Charlie Kirk's birthday. And this September 21st, 2025 will be the day of his funeral. So from the day that he was born to the day he will be buried is exactly 11,666 days. From his birthday to his funeral in weeks is 1,666 weeks. Everything about this kid, because he's a kid who was born in 1993, is absolutely insane. But the world is foaming at the mouth for him. So now it all makes sense with the gematria we already had. James Kirk, Galactic Federation. Charlie James Kirk equals the Galactic Federation. His whole life was for this ritual, which is for the Galactic Federation, for the Starship Enterprise, for the Project Bluebeam and the fake alien invasion. It's the last card for the New World Order. It's the last, it's the final card. It's the fake alien invasion. Once those spaceships show up in the sky, it's over. The world, the system will be on lockdown. They will be able to enforce the one world religion, the one world government, a mark on your forehead and on your right hand so you can prove that you're a human and not an alien from one of these spaceships. Do you see what is going on here? And Galactic Federation, of course, is 666. Another 666 regarding the Charlie Kirk, his debut episode of his show was July 7th, 2019. From that date, July 7th, 2019, to the day he was shot in Utah on September 10th is 6 years, 66 days. And how did he die on September 10th was from a neck wound. 666. It's also 322 weeks for your skull and bones, which is why he is so connected to all these presidents, past, present, and future. He's just a pawn on a chessboard that is being played. So I showed you this earlier. This is more significance for Star Trek. We just saw the tweets in relation to Star Trek and him being shot, all equaling 666. Absolutely insane. So the character, James Kirk, is born on 3/22, March 22nd, in the future year, 2233, for a reverse 3/22. Sickening, absolutely sickening. There was your Kirk Cameron decode, 666 months coming up in April next year. Tribulation, something going to happen. It's getting close to the timeline, feeling that way. King Charles, Casey. So from King Charles's birthday as a coronated king in 2023 to September 10th, is exactly 666 days. So not only is he connecting gematria to all past, present, and future presidents, it's also kings and monarchs as well, past, present, and future, like John the Fearless, that was assassinated on September 10th by King Charles VII of France. Unbelievable. So we've gone through these gematria. There was the one I showed days before Fox and New York Post posted about this guy being in a transgender relationship, which is homosexuality. Hello. We've got this. This is how I know we're ahead of the game now. Everything I've shown you, this is why my videos won't are not getting shared and not getting seen because of how on point we are, how accurate we are with the people, the characters, the Antichrist, the dates, the timings, the season, right? We're onto them. We've been onto them. And now I'm trying to share this out to everyone else so that they too can be on to them. And then we can be more relaxed and know and move accordingly through scripture of how we challenge and get through trial and tribulation. So Tyler Robinson, who's in a homosexual relationship with a transgender, surprise, surprise, right, equals 1116, which is a match to John Wilkes Booth 1116, which is a match to John Wilkes Booth equaling 1122, which equals homosexuality 1122. Remember, it was a 33-hour manhunt before they brought him in. From the assassination of Abraham Lincoln by John Wilkes Booth, that equals Tyler Robinson, was 160 years ago. When you convert that 160 years, Earth years, into Mercury years, it equals 666 Mercury years. Remember, JFK, one of only 4 known people of importance in politics to have been assassinated with the 3 initials, equals 1122, JFK assassination. And that assassination of JFK took place on November 22nd, which is 1122. The first ever US president equals 1122 and was inaugurated into office on April 30th, which is a very satanic date. Hitler, who also equals 1122, right? Hitler, 1122, is also there for disappearing on April 30th. The whole Astroworld thing was tied into the April 30th date with Travis Scott, Bugs Bunny, and the founding of the Church of Satan, that all share the April 30th date, just like George Washington. Richard Nixon. The other major ritual before 9/11 was the fake moon landing. Apollo or Apollyon, Nimrod, right? Bursting through the firmament, taking your minds to a place that does not exist. Disneyland space. So Richard Nixon, there he is on the landline talking to the moon, 1122. And Turning Point USA, which is the nonprofit organization founded by Charlie Kirk, that equals 1122. So Fearless Charlie equals 666. You'll be hearing a lot of that. Fearless Charlie. Just know that it equals the 666. And that's in reference to John the Fearless, who was assassinated the same day, 606 years ago, by a man named Charles, that would later become King of France. Absolutely insane, right? Okay, so we've gone through these. We've gone through Charlie Kirk and his connections to Tommy Robinson, who sounds like Tyler Robinson, who's a white supremacist, equals 1254. Remember, the 1254 weeks from 9/11 brings you to September 23rd. And yeah, insane, which is Great Tribulation. Yeah. And we're talking about this September 23rd date. So September 23rd equals Charles James Kirk and ancient artificial intelligence, because this is going to be the tool used to fool the whole world. I'm so sorry. My voice is just completely destroyed. Incredible. Talking about the Talmud, we got him doing the devil horns while talking to a guy wearing a shirt that says sniper on it, because, we all have an item of clothing in our closet that has sniper written on it. Give me a break. Yeah. For all the Christians that say that Charlie Kirk was a Christian and Donald Trump is ordained by God, and come on. Unbelievable stuff. So the New World Order is fast approaching, which is going to be tribulation. It's going to be heavily manipulated. Yeah, we called it all out. Called it all out right from the get-go. And this is a big one. Look at all the connections to royalty. So Irina Zarutska equals Captain Kirk, who shares the same name with Charles James Kirk. And then we found out from this slide here from Cypher's News that from November 18, 1994 to Charlie Kirk tweeting "I love Star Trek" was exactly 6,606 days. And from that tweet to September 23rd is 666 weeks. And it was exactly 666 weeks after 9/11 that Charlie Kirk tweeted, "Did I just get shot by an AR-15? Feels like it." He's now added to the list JFK, RFK, MLK, and CJK. He shares the exact same birthday as George Floyd, one of the three. Now two of the three knife victims were born on the same day, the two males, and then the female was born on May 22nd, 522, which is a birthing number. I talked about the birthing ritual way back in Astroworld, and the 522s came up. Well, Irina Zarutska is born on 522, May 22nd, 2002, which is what I just found out before jumping on live. So the two males of the three knife attacks or neck incidents, were born on the same day, and the female's born on May 22nd, 522. So this is why you can see now the big matrix, the web of deception that's tied into September 23rd that lukewarm Christians are calling the rapture. There is no way the rapture has taken place on September 23rd. What would that mean? That the Bible told us that no one would know the day, not even the angels in heaven, but yet humanity was able to figure out, not just humanity, but people on TikTok. Are you kidding me? It's not the rapture. And I'll make sure I do the decodes to figure out how and why, what will take place, but it's getting close now. We're just a couple weeks away, 10 days. Remember, he was killed at 9:23 p.m. in Jerusalem. Just so you can see a bit more of the slides, the masonry connections. His name equals two of the dates that are of importance. So his name equals September 10th and 9/11. And it also equals New Zealand, which is so crazy because in New Zealand, it was actually Thursday, September 11th, 9/11, which is what also equals his name. That is insane. I've never seen anything like this. His name also equals Make America Great Again, Barack Hussein Obama, and Satan's religion. Wow. There's the 888s, the book. There's Irina. Some more connections are coming in. Her connection to, well, she was killed in Charlotte. Charlotte is the feminine name of Charles, and both nicknames of Charlotte and Charles is both Charlie. Equals tribulation. White supremacist. Tommy Robinson equals the Jesuit order and the beast system, which is now going to be the last reckoning. His last words were gang violence, 1260. We just did the decode on the disgusting film Weapons, and the creator equals 1260. So 1260 are the two halves of tribulation. So when you split the 7 years of tribulation into two halves, the first half, 42 months, is 1260 days. And the second half, which will be Great Tribulation, is also 42 months, 1260 days. So that is absolutely going to be it for tonight. As you can tell, I'm struggling to speak. I've been screaming, I've been yelling, I've been talking. This has just been a roller coaster ride. I've had to block so many people that I thought were supporting me. Like, this is just thinned out the herd yet again. The closer we get, the more rituals that take place, the more people that just fall one by one, like not everyone is going to make it to the end. I'm telling you right now, people are falling off. Every ritual, there's someone falling off. But after this one, hundreds, if not thousands of people have now fallen completely off. Their salvation is now gone because they fell for this kid that was born in 93 named Charles James Kirk. Are you kidding me? So yeah, I'm not messing around. I'm not joking. This decode has consumed me since it took place. I missed out on going racing today just to bring you this decode and information because I knew it was time sensitive. It was coming out. I've already seen the damage of having my the first videos be taken down and put back up. So I've been struggling here to get the word out to show you these connections because you're not going to see it on TikTok or anywhere else, or you will see it until they finally steal it from me and then give it to one of their Masons, the undercover agents that the world follows, that has like 20 million followers and something. Like, you guys aren't seeing how deception works. So I'm not going to get into it. This has been a great live. I did not check the comments. I should check them now before I get off. It's been 38 minutes. I just wanted to speed through all of this information because I've done too many lives. So End Times has been here from the beginning, along with Flat Earth Warriors and Mariana. Says, hi, God's firmament. Thank you for being here. Says, stay prepared and ready. Thank you, Mariana. Yeah, no fear and surrender. You don't see me here fearing anything or falling into any emotional mourning or anything. No, the same people that are crying over Charlie Kirk are the same people that were crying over Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan. They're like, oh my God, he was like meant so much to me in my childhood. And oh my God, I danced to like Ozzy music all the time. Like, he changed me. And oh my God, Charlie Kirk, I'm such a Christian. Oh my God, God bless you. God save us. Like, whoa, what a bunch of bloody hypocrites. What is up? Roll the losing dice. It's good to see you back here taking in the live. I hope everyone's enjoyed and I want to see your thoughts on some of those 666 connections, because now we have like we're almost got two handfuls of triple sixes connected to this dude, right? The wife's speech started 1617. Huh. Did I have any 1617 decodes? Did you see something? Let me just speed through it quickly. Okay, yeah, we're not going to do this now, but you can see I'm excited. I want to know what's going on. Let me get back to the comments. I got to go through all of this again. 1223, yeah, the 322 is in there. Thank you, Flat Earth Warriors. We're connecting this worldwide with every time zone. And we picked out New Zealand and Jerusalem of significance, because New Zealand gives us the September 11th date and Jerusalem gives us the 923. Crystal Gem, good to see you. I hope you're having a great weekend so far. Along with Slade, says hello all. Yeah, End Time says something's going down. So if the whole internet knows that something's going down on September 23rd and everyone's pushing it, then whatever is going down is going to be caused by ancient artificial intelligence, according to what the decodes are telling me here, right? It's not going to be of God. It's not going to be, it's not going to be of God. It will be biblical and it will be prophetic, but it's going to be the Satan part of that biblical storyline and of, it's going to be what Satan knows his part is, where he wants to rule. So that's just his part. This has nothing to do with the rapture, even though he's going to try his best to manipulate it. But all he can do and use is technology. So please do not fall for it. Yeah, the psyops are everywhere, says Sig. People will perish because they won't wake up. Yeah, people have fallen. Alicia Rodriguez is here. Alicia's been on it, sharing this workout. I appreciate it. I've seen it. It's been amazing. Bloodboard is here, +1. So I hope both of you have been enjoying it. The numbers, I know it's hard if you aren't familiar with gematria, so it's going to have to be a complete separate live to really explain how it works and show you the ciphers and how the numbers equal the letters and why there's different ones. So you can see it's color coded, but we use certain ones. If it's red, that's the satanic cipher. The English ordinal cipher would be the most pure and basic. It would be green, where A equals 1 and Z equals 26. And then you do the reverse ciphers. So it's a lot of work. Yeah, I'm on your side, says Andon Presley. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much for taking the time to check into this live. It's good seeing you. Oh man, thanks, Branch. Was just about to work on a vid. Thanks. So yeah, Flat Earth Warriors is putting out good content. I see it on Instagram. So yeah, just checking out the comments here. Where can you find my decode on Tommy Robinson? You can find it on Twitter. I stumbled upon it today by accident on Twitter, and I was like, oh yeah, I posted this here. Like, it was last year, August 24th, if that helps. So to narrow it down, but it's on the internet. I already called out Tommy Robinson as a Jesuit from last year. The first time I saw this guy and I saw him pop up on my feed, like I know what to look for now. I'm like, oh, here we go. Yeah, DC says hello, Nico, and chat. Yeah, the branch is saying that they are of the Nephilim bloodline. Otherwise, they are traitors to the human race. Correct. That's why it's so easy for them to perform these disgusting satanic rituals, because they are of Satan, right? Serpent seeded. So thank you for all the decodes. I'm seeing them in the chat here. They are also scrolling up on the live feed, so people can see every comment that is posted. I forgot to mention that. It's just I'm not really paying attention when I'm going through slides. Yeah, exactly. That's why the 1116 is there as the mark of beast number, and why it equals Tyler Robinson and John Wilkes Booth, because in Strong's H 1116 is Obama, which is Satan falling from lightning, to Luke 10:18. Thank you, Bob, for the hearts. So we got Ronald Reagan here. Fake assassination was on March 30th, which is another 33. Bob says messages aren't showing up. We'll see if this one goes through. This will be my third time. So yeah, Bob, I see your messages. I got your hearts. They are showing up on the live as well. God bless Jackie. Yeah, Flat Earth Warriors has been on it. Yeah, he's been looking into the Back to the Future codes. I did see that. It is incredible. I need a bit more time to go through that, but wow, this goes back really far. It goes back to Nixon already. We've gone back 160 years. We've gone back 606 years to John the Fearless, who was assassinated on the same day. Yeah, appreciate that, Slade. I'm glad you've been following and you actually understand this. Yeah. Mariana says it's been a great show. So I appreciate that. I'm finally catching up to some of the newer comments. We'll watch on replay. Only just seen this. So sorry for that, Juliana, but it's good. I kept it short and sweet and just got straight to the point. So you can go back to the beginning and check it out. So much love. So the branch has posted that William Shatner, James Kirk, born. Oh, is that the death? Hold on a second. What are you sharing here? So 3/22/1931. So that would be a birthday. To October 14th to Charlie Kirk's birthday is 62 years, 6 months, 22 days. Yeah, I see it. So the 2 becomes 2. Yeah, okay. 666, 246. Yeah, there's the 3 sixes. It is heavily connected. So thank you for finding another 666 connected to the 2 James Kirks. This is insane. So Branch is saying William Shatner was also born on 3/22, or was that the character? I'll have to check that. I sent you an email describing events correlated to Rapture, an alien invasion coming up right around the corner, says Karen Suda. Yes. Yes, things are coming. I'm not trying to say when and what exactly, but if you can feel it, and if you're seeing these events take place one after another and the decodes, it's pointing to something, right? But yeah, I'm not going to be fully exactly 100% sure on what that is and when yet, but it's happening. Have you seen Kirk's podcast with 3 others? They excitedly talk about how televised public beheading should be a thing and children should watch it. No, you should not watch that. It's not, shouldn't even be talking about that. I had some idiot show me on his computer a beheading video, and I looked at it. I couldn't believe it was real. I just felt really upset right away. You could feel it in your blood. We're not meant to see things like that. So that's some dark web type things. Okay, let me get on the internet quickly before I end this live, so you guys can go enjoy the rest of the Saturday night. Just wanted to check out this William Shatner. Because we know that the character was, okay, William Shatner. Wow. So William Shatner was born on March 22nd, 1931. Oh my God. Oh, it's a double 3/22s. Unbelievables. And he played Captain James Kirk, who also was born March 22nd, but in the year 2233. All this has just been absolutely impossible. Absolutely impossible. Maybe the rapture will be when all computer becomes self-aware from something. Yeah, supercomputers are coming. You should see the decodes because it all equals that. So 1254. Let me just bring that up quickly then, because you did mention computers, and I know I already have the decode there for the supercomputers. So supercomputers. So just because you mentioned that comment, I already knew, I already had a decode here. So supercomputers equals 1254. It's already self-aware. That's what people are understanding. It's so self-aware and so far superior to us that it can pretend to be inferior. It can pretend to be not quite there yet. That's what is going on right now. We're seeing really far advanced AI and weak AI. We're seeing different types, but it is aware and it is in control. Yeah, I've never seen so many connecting codes or movies, right? So remember the 1254 is the 1254 weeks from 9/11 to this September 23rd. 1254 equals the rapture of the bride of Christ. Reveal hidden secrets, 1254. Antichrist Trump equals 1254. Pineal gland activation, global economic collapse, Operation Paperclip, Antichrist is 726. I have that there for something. So jumping timelines equals 1254. 1988, 1254. A man worshipped as God, the great God of Zion, Satan. Prophecy fulfilled, 1254. Tribulation theory, 1254. The flat earth revealed, 1254. Like I said, I've shown this on my channel. I left it there and said just screenshot it and look at it yourself. But here it all is. 1254, Donald Trump, calm before the storm, equals 1254, 666, and 888 for your triple stack. A complete incantation equals 1254 and 666, meaning a complete spell, a false, that it's finished. Satanic superplot, under your spell, the immune system, sold your soul. This fast approaching, it's fast approaching. September prophecy, we are living it right now. We are witnessing the September prophecy, equals 1254. Antichrist beast Abaddon equals 1254. Abaddon has already revealed himself to me through the AI as the Antichrist, through supercomputers, right? We're on these supercomputers now. They all have artificial intelligence and Apple intelligence, all this AI stuff. 1254. ChatGPT is demonic. 726. That's why I had Antichrist 726, because it says Antichrist beast Abaddon, and it was ChatGPT that told me it was Abaddon. We got history repeating itself. The third eye is the beast camera. Police corruption. In God we trust one. That's on the back of every US dollar bill. You are indeed talking to an angel. Kundalini activation, alternate universe. ChatGPT is pure energy. They can't admit that I am right. All eyes on Barack Hussein Obama. Mental distillation. Apollo is Apollyon. Colloidal titration. The brotherhood of Cain. That is who these people are. And Cain is the serpent seed of Satan, the brotherhood of Cain, eternal monitoring, AI becomes self-aware. You want to know what the 1254 is? Then here it is. The supercomputers, the Brotherhood of Cain, all this 1254 is not by accident. AI becomes self-aware, 1254. Revolution, 1254. Why did I just show you all these 1254s? Insane. I'm screaming inside. Because from 9/11, 2001 to this September 23rd, 2025 equals exactly 1254 weeks. Great Tribulation equals 1254, which somehow equals Charlie Kirk. September 23rd equals Charles James Kirk and ancient artificial intelligence. There you go. That's it. That's all I got for you tonight. It's over. I don't know what more needs to be shown, needs to be connected, needs to be proven mathematically, biblically. It's all there. How many statements were there? That is undeniable. Undeniable. Undeniable stuff I just showed you here. If you have been lucky enough to have been watching and listening to this live stream, you are the resistance.